Hello everyone, welcome to the Jesse James Beads Facebook page. My name is Nealay Patel. I am the owner, designer, everything at Silver Silk and more, and I'm actually a guest designer here on the Jesse James Beads Facebook page. And my job is to bring you guys fun, quick, easy, cool projects using components, beads, chains, almost anything that they carry on www.jessejamesbeads.com. Those components creating easy, fun tutorials for you guys. If you tuned in last week, we made a very cool cuff. I really love this design. Now check this out. We used cup chain and enamel Vegas chain. Isn't that just awesome? The enamel chevron Vegas chain, excuse me. And we use this really cool Halstead bracelet form. And we wire wrapped between the cup chain and that Vegas chain to create this design in minutes. I'm telling you, this was such an easy, fun project. I really, really enjoyed this. Sarah just posted the link, so thank you. I got my girls on the other line at Jesse James Beads posting some links for me, so I appreciate that. Thank you, guys. I've got a fun tutorial lined out today, in fact, that expands on this idea. We have some really cool necklace forms. These are from Halstead as well, so you could see how similar it is. This one is a copper, and this one we've got the brass. And this is cool because you could wear it with collared shirts to make a really cool statement piece, but I thought, wouldn't it be fun to try out the same technique with using the same wire wrapping technique? I think would be cool, but maybe doing something more necklacey about it. So I think I want to try and tackle that today. I've got some really cool chains picked out, and we'll do a recap of this technique that everyone loved. I've got my stuff kind of all set up, so bear with me as I kind of get myself organized here. Hi, India. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for tuning in. I'm seeing some people join in. I'm actually going to flip this around. Whoops. Believe it or not, I'm actually working out of my day office, and this is like the perfect setup. I get so much light over here. Now, for those of you who just joined in, I hope you will share the video that we're doing. We want to make sure that everyone is watching all of the inspiration that's happening right here. So as far as materials go, I'm going to work on my canvas bag here. Now, this is the technique that I want to cover. But to do this, I'm just going to need some 26 gauge wire. That's this craft wire in gold. And you can get this anywhere. I believe we have artistic wire on the website. By the way, you can get all these materials that I'm going to be using today on our website, www.jessejamesbeads.com. I'm using some beautiful little cage beads. I thought these would be a really fun addition to our collared necklace. This one's the 14 millimeter, I believe, which is the medium size, and then we've got these smaller, these are roughly about between 8 and 10 millimeter ones, I think, and they're just absolutely fun. I think they'll be awesome to use. Now, I have a very sparkly Vegas chain. Check this out, you guys. Isn't that just great? This is going to add the perfect texture to this. Look at that. That's going to be so cool. I can't wait to wire wrap that. And I also have this really beautiful chain. James says, did someone say wire wrap? Now, James is my friend from Softflex Wire, and he's also a wire genius. I think he's more talented than I am, in fact, and what I have is a little bit more of a starter piece, but I think I could definitely learn a few things from James. So thanks for tuning in, James. Yeah, and I've got this beautiful cup chain. It's got some, looks like turquoise, some these orange crystals, and then you got this amethyst color, some clear. So this is a really great mix, just very, very colorful. I picked out another cup chain too, which I think I'm going to use a smaller one because I really like the subtlety of the pop of color in there. And I think since we're getting to that fall season, this is going to be a pretty good transition between summer to fall, just in the nick of time, I think. So sadly I didn't bring my sketch marker board in, but my idea for this is to wire wrap to the center on each side and have the chain dangle from the middle. That way I have a really very focused central point, maybe to bring this around and then just having it hang off with the chain. I really dig that idea. I could do that on both sides, and we're gonna make this come together. And then I'm gonna probably attach my little cage beads in the middle using wire wrapping as well. So I'll have stuff hanging down, stuff focused in the middle, lots of sparkle. This is gonna be a great piece. Okay. So with the bracelet, whenever we made this, we started in the middle, and that's, I think, what I'm going to do this time as well. I just want to get about 2 feet of wire out. I don't need too much, especially since I'm just going to start from the middle and work my way out. So let's see. Probably about right here is going to be great. All I'm going to do is just grasp my wire and my chain. I'm going to start with my chevron chain first. There we go. And I'm going to actually just wrap it around a couple times to anchor it. I'll unravel that later and give it a cleaner wrap, but for now I think this will do just fine. I'll do that once to maybe twice. Let's just say, here we go. There we go. And then I'm going to do the same with my cup chain. So I'm going to work from the middle out. I'm going to kind of guess where this is going to land. About probably right here. There we go. Again, since I've anchored my first chain, it'll be easy just to go ahead and put that smaller one there. And I'm going to then work that around the cup chain and the Vegas chain at the same time. There we go. Takes a little bit of maneuvering, but it's definitely doable. There we go. And you simply just go one at a time, one link at a time. Once you start to get a groove down, this is very easy to do. There we go. As you can see, it starts to basically hold itself as you're wrapping this. Perfect. And I love how that Vegas chain just adds a subtlety of texture to this design. So I'll read some of the comments. What size wire, James asks. This is 26 gauge craft wire in gold color. Are. So 2 chains, 1 technique, stellar look. And I love the idea that I'm going to have some chain hanging down from the center of my collar. So as you could see, it's just going to dangle like that. And then here's where we'll put our cage beads. So we have something that drops, gives us a little bit of drama. Because of course our jewelry we want to have a little bit of drama with our jewelry. Okay. There we go. All right. I hope everyone's having a good evening out there. Yep, Suzanne is right. Or Susan, excuse me. It is 26 gauge. Here we go. I am holding this slightly at an angle from my side, so I apologize if it's a little bit, it's kind of awkward on my end, but I'm holding this the best that I can, at least to get that wire wrap down. Cool. I love how meditative and easy this technique is. I can get it done pretty quickly. we go. Perfect. Single wire wrap. Do you guys love this cup chain? What do y'all think? Is this more of a fall color, or is this more of a summer color? Did I pick the right color? I think it's kind of a louder color than I'm probably thinking for fall, but if I'm gonna make a statement, then I might as well go all out, right? There we go. Now this one actually has a bigger cup chain too, so it fills up a little bit more space, whereas this one's a little bit more of a touch of color. So maybe it would have worked better for the bigger cup chain, but who knows? Gotta try different options to see what works best, right? Yeah, so Sarah on the other line says that she loves the feathered edge that the Vegas chain is bringing, and I have to agree with her. I think I really love that detail. And for such a chain that has nothing on it, we've really turned it into something with this. Here we go. Almost done with the one side, you guys. The only thing is I kind of wish I would have left myself with a little bit more wire on the other side, but I think I can do that when I start on the other side real quick. Here in a bit. Here we go. Hi, Meredith. I'm so glad to see you. Meredith is our friend from Beetlon, who also does fabulous tutorials, and she's just a lovely person. If you've never met her before, you definitely need to. She's so much fun. Here we go. Okay, I'm approaching the end here, so I'm close to being able to clip this off and probably wrap the remaining wire around that stem. There we go. Okay, so I'll just cut it underneath that cup chain, and then here I'll just cut it off at this last link, like that. And what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and wire wrap the end of this onto our form, just like that. Perfect. What I would probably go back and do is maybe even apply a touch of E6000 glue to the end of this just to make sure that it's properly sealed, but all I did was just wire wrap that through. You can kind of go back and adjust your chain if you need to. It is wire, so it's quite flexible. There we go. Cool. And then now I can kind of unwrap some of this other stuff that I did earlier because it was messy and it was just an anchor, so no big deal. But now we can go back and properly tuck all of that wire around the base. Sarah says wrap, wrap, wrap. And Meredith sends a bunch of X's and O's. Thank you. She's so fun. There we go. So cool. There we go. It's slightly, I think I kind of made this slightly more wonky. Again, I think it's because I'm holding it towards the camera rather than close to my face, which is normally what I like to do with my beadwork. But there we go. We got some drama there going. I don't know how much of this I want to drape. Probably, I want to stagger it. So maybe we do about right here with our Vegas chain. And maybe a little bit longer with our cup chain, just for fun. So probably about right there. Cool. Okay. Let's see where we're going here. So now I'll probably do this other side as we are moving ahead. And I'm going to cut myself with some more wire here, probably closer to 2.5 to 3 feet. Go ahead and cut that off. And what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to start back up where I left off. Because what I think I want to do is actually, I didn't get quite to the center as much as I wanted. So I think I need to do a few more wraps. And I'm going to go and do that on this side. So where I clipped this in the back, let me go ahead and unravel a couple of those wraps. Because it's not quite as centered as I want it. So I think I can actually wire wrap a couple more times this chain just to make sure that it's going to hit where I want it to. Sometimes it's just about that little subtle editing that comes with jewelry making and doing some easy fixes. There we go. So I'm just going to wrap this around to meet the center a little bit better. As you could see, I probably want to go probably about right there. So it's going to be several more wraps. But you could see how quickly I added that wire into my design again. And it's going to be hidden behind that cup chain, luckily, and that Vegas chain. So from the outside, you're not going to see much of it. There we go. All right. Lots of wrapping, you guys. Cool, okay. I think I hit exactly where I need to. So now the fun can begin and I can actually put in my little cage beads. So we're gonna arrange these probably from small to, well, I don't know. I kind of want to put the two smalls together and have the one large one to the side. What do you guys think? Should I do small, large, small? Or should I arrange it a little differently if this is going to be, whoops. If the chain is asymmetrical already, then I don't know if clustering these in a asymmetrical way makes sense. To me it does. I'll wait and see what you guys think while I get an answer for that of how I should arrange these cage beads. I'm going to go ahead and prep my wire for the other side. Cool, okay. Rosadell says asymmetrical looks better, so let's go with that. There we go. Let's just see. Sometimes it's gonna, I mean, you just have to experiment and see what works and what doesn't. All right. Here we go. Now that my cage beads are on, I can continue with my chain on this one side. And what I'll do is I'll pick up my chain again. And now I want to make sure that it is facing the opposite of where my other chain was before. So as you could see, it looks like the patterned chevron pattern continued to point outward. And I want to make sure that my chevron pattern on this side goes the opposite direction. So I'll make sure to flip the chain and I'll continue to wire wrap. Oh, but one thing is I want it to, of course, I want it to be dangly in the middle there. And so I'm going to leave myself with quite a bit of chain working from the center out. Hopefully that'll make sense once I hold this up. making sure that I want to anchor this a couple times. Here we go. And same thing with this chain. Just leave yourself with a good amount in the middle. Go ahead and secure it just by wrapping it a couple times. And I think you're ready to go. Get this out of the way. Once you've got the two chains together, then you're ready to wrap. Just like that. Super quick and easy, you guys. And the fun thing is I use cage beads, but could you imagine even finding some of the bead mixes from Jesse James beads and maybe substituting instead of the cage beads, sorry, with some of their other beads would be really cool. There we go. You can use your fingers to align the two chains together before wrapping it. That always helps. I will say, I think from my personal standpoint, I think I prefer the cup chain to be bigger, and I think that would help with the cleanliness of the wrap. But that's just from my personal. Now having experienced it, I would have never known, because on this one I used a larger cup chain and I felt it was a lot easier to wrap than the smaller one. So personally, I think I like the bigger cup chain better, and certainly our friends at Jesse James Beads, they carry multitude of sizes, so you can get the small one if you'd like to try this one, or you can get the bigger one to match that bracelet that I just showed you guys. And the colors are endless too. They have a ton of different colors, which is always awesome. There we go. Oops. Sorry if I keep shaking the camera there. My hand gets in the way. The iPad. All right, just working my way around. No big deal. Hi, Beverly. Thanks for joining in. It's a long time no see. That's my friend from Tulsa. Okay. We are close to getting to the end here, but I definitely want to wear this and show you guys what I made. And I'm sorry I couldn't sketch it. Like I said, I need to learn to pack my whiteboard. That thing has been super handy for getting a quick little design together. Oop. Sometimes it's about keeping these things in line and organized. So again, I would encourage, for those of you who just tuned in, to line up your chains before wrapping. There we go. And since we're close to the end now, I think I can actually clip it, so that way I have less to mess with here. There we go. Put those over to the side. Oh, that should be much easier. Now that I don't have it tangling up with everything else that's on my table. Hi, Brenda. Oh my gosh, I'm glad to be seeing you everywhere. I catch your videos in the afternoon too, with Now That's a Jig. Always super helpful and very informative. She does some great videos. So I would definitely hit those up and add them to your list. For my bead ladies that are watching, I hope you'll share this video. I did have some very cool tips and advice and product information that I think I would love to share with the world, especially on this cup chain and how this technique works. So I hope you guys will share it with your respective bead groups. We love our crafters out there. I'm telling you, we have one amazing community, and everyone's super helpful, super inspiring. Just a real joy to be part of and see people creating stuff. There we go. Oops. Okay, approaching almost the last few wraps here. Alrighty. Come on. Little cup chain wants to get away. Okay, there we go. It's like, finally, gosh. Okay, now I can wrap around and around. And again, if you wanted to add some extra security, you can always hit the end up here with a little bit of E6000 glue. Just give it a good dab, and it'll actually seal itself into a nice little ball here. That's it, you guys. That's pretty much how to do this technique. I can turn this piece around. Now I can wear it. So let me flip this camera around. All right. Because of course I have to model what I made. Okay. So if you have a collared shirt like I do, what I would do is I would collar all of this up to the top, place in my new necklace or necktie in this case with whatever beads or cup chains you want to use, and then you could just flip this right down. It becomes super cute. Look at that. Got this nice long drama. If you wanted to put more cup chain on it, by all means, cup chain and drape it. Just drape all of it. I think it would actually look cool if I went back and then even added these in just for some extra drapey effect. But anyways, that's kind of what I was imagining. I've got some nice little texture going on here. The technique is all the way around. So if you love this, then do check out the previous demo that we did using the cuff, this little copper Halsted cuff, and we wire wrapped larger chain, cup chain on it, as well as the chevron enameled Vegas chain, which was equally as fun. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed this demo. I enjoyed making it and testing what a smaller cup chain would look like on it. And I think I ended up with a fun little accessory. If you want to check out more Jesse James Beads stuff, you could definitely hit us up on our website, www.jessejamesbeads.com. Don't forget to check out Instagram and YouTube for our channels and handles on that. You can find more of me and my business, Silver Silk and More, which Jesse James Beads is carrying my product, and I'm sure they will be more than happy to post what they have in their store for Silver Silk, which is a knitted wire chain for jewelry making, and we have some demos coming up on that here soon as well. Otherwise, yeah, Silver Silk and More online, silversilkonline.com, and I'm on Instagram and YouTube as well. Otherwise, my name is Nealay Patel. I hope you have a fabulous evening. I cannot wait for the next demo next week on Thursday at 5 o'clock East Central Time. So, all right, you guys have a fabulous evening. I will catch you later. Mwah. Bye.